The market's trying to pull back. We're down about 20 points, but off the lows, most definitely. Okay, the listing from today, Arvind Fashions, and let's put the stock up. What seems to have happened is, somewhat a bit strange. And we're going to tell you exactly why. We're also getting some opinion from an investor who will try and explain to us why the price on the screen obviously is not truly reflective of what the business is worth. I mean, we can put out lots of reports, etc., which peg the value of Arvind Fashions upwards of 1,400 rupees, but the stock is at 620 and it's at a circuit filter. But let's start right at the beginning and explain this entire issue. Nimish is here to do exactly that. Nimish.
Okay, Prashant. So, in fact, I've got a lot of queries and a lot of, feedback from the investors of Arvind Fashion that a lot of people are stuck because they couldn't buy the shares at a high price. Just to explain what has happened. Now, the demerger of Arvind happened wherein Anup Engineering got separated and Arvind Fashion got separated. As far as Arvind Fashion is concerned, for 5 shares of Arvind Limited, you have to get 1 share of Arvind Fashion. Okay. Now, what has happened is today, at the time of the listing, all the new listings or demerger stocks, there is a half-an-hour window where the price gets discovered. Unfortunately, the exchange took a price of 311 as a base price, and on that, the price got discovered in the half-an-hour from 9:15 to 9:45. Unfortunately, because of the SEBI and exchange regulations, there was a 5% circuit. At the time of the price discovery. So, from 9:15 to 9:45 at periodic 5% circuit limits, the stock eventually at 9:45 ended at close to 580, 590, which means that nobody could bid at a higher price more than 5% of 590. So, which is why if you see the bar today, the stock is locked at 5% upper circuit at 620. Okay. Now, the biggest feedback which we've got from investors is that this is not the true reflective of the price for Arvind Fashions. Technically, because it was a 1:5 ratio, the ratio price was 1:5. Ideally, the base price should have been 1,500. 311 into 5, that should have been the base price, and on that the price should have been discovered on the exchanges. But unfortunately, because of the 311 as a base price, the real price is not getting discovered in Arvind Fashion in today's trade. If you even look at the numbers of Arvind Fashion vis-a-vis the other peers, I was just looking at the stock price. So at 621, which is the today's circuit price, the stock is quoting at 8.5 times, 8.2 times to be precise. If you look at the peers, Arvind Fashion is Aditya Birla Fashion is around around 25 times. Raymond is at 13 times. Cable Kiran is at 16 times. Shoppers Stop is at 16 times. So even from a price to earnings point of view, it is not a true reflection of what really should be the price of Arvind Fashion today should be. I think that is the biggest thing. I've written to both the exchanges asking for an explanation as to what really went wrong. So this is one side story. This is a story from the investors that they feel little short-changed and they have not got a chance to buy. But I'm sure exchange have some reasons to put 311 as a base price. So is there a mistake done by the exchanges, and are they going to rectify? We don't know because we haven't heard from the exchanges yet. But we do have, I guess we have one of the investors joining us and explaining really what went wrong in today's.
Please go ahead. So I think Sunil Chandak, Nimish, go on. Is equity strategist at Gen Next Investrade. Go on.
Yes.
Nimish.
Hi Sunil. I believe you are one of the investors of Arvind Group, and you really wanted to buy today into Arvind Fashion. Tell us what went wrong and what should have been the real price of Arvind Fashion in today's listing.
Yes, Nimish. As you rightly mentioned, it got listed through the price discovery mechanism of exchanges, but unfortunately, they have calculated this base price 311 from where they got this. I really don't know because that was the last closing price of Arvind Limited, but the ratio we got was 1:5.
Correct.
1 share of Arvind Fashion from the 5 shares of Arvind Limited. So it doesn't make sense to keep the base price same when you get the shares 1/5 shares of the earlier company.
Correct.
So that is a miscalculation, and even they were relaxing 5% when the day one it is a free pricing, as they say, price discovery. So once they start this free pricing of on the basis of price discovery, they should not put a cap of 5% after every few minutes. So once it started trading at 9 o'clock, they put a cap of 5% of 311 till 9:45, and it reached to 590 levels, which was again not rightly discovered price
Sunil,
as per the market, because
Sunil, just to interrupt you, I take your point that the price of 311, the base price, could have been calculated in a different way. But I must tell you that the 5% circuit and the stock in T2T is not only for Arvind Fashion. I guess this is a new rule which is coming for all the demerger companies, whether it was CSC Ventures,
between 9 to 10 it is a free pricing. Between 9 to 10 they don't put a cap. Like last month Spencer's CSC Ventures, they got listed.
Correct.
They had a different base price, but it is free till the price is discovered at 945. There is no cap.
So now that this mistake has happened, indeed if it's a mistake from the exchange's point of view, as an investor, have you all written to any of the exchanges asking for an explanation or asking for a clarification on the same?
Exactly, we are asking for the clarification. Even the various reports which suggest, even it is there in the NSE information memorandum. It is quoting around between to 1500 and 1300 in most of the reports. So I think that was the reason of mispricing, and investors waiting to buy or sell are not able to do. They are stuck because of the discount price is not fair.
Right. So essentially 9:15 to 9:45 should have been free pricing, because after that, I mean, it's in T2T with the circuit for the next 10 days, right? Yes. But in that period between 9:15 to 9:45, you're saying it should have been free pricing and the price would have come up to whatever, 1,400 rupees.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Fair enough. So what is the solution? I mean, if you're, have you spoken with, I'm sure that you've spoken with others, other investors who would be interested.
To the company, to the exchanges. Let's see what action, but strange. This is like very unfortunate, as you said.
Okay, all right.
Maybe stuck in the circuit for next few days, maybe 10 days or.
Right. Okay, I think Sunil, I think Nimish,
No, it's okay.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Sunil, for joining us. We've also, by the way, as Nimish said, written to both the exchanges, to the BSE and the NSE, and we're awaiting a response, and we'll try and put that out when we have it. Nimish, thanks very much for joining in and taking us through Arvind Fashions, and I mean the price issue and the way it's been calculated by the exchanges. So we'll keep you up to date on that. 22 points lower on the Nifty.